Welcome back to Dream Builders. I'm Scott Morgan. When building a comfortable home, most people don't think about mixing soil, sand, and ash. But an Arizona architect has found success with that formula for his poured earth homes. To construct her home in Prescott, Arizona, Jan Johnson decided to experiment with one of the oldest, most abundant building materials on Earth: the earth itself.
I just didn't want to use trees to build a home, and we need to look at another resource for building homes.
Jan first considered rammed earth, a material made from layers of damp soil compacted under pressure.
As early as 1987, I had pinned up a picture of a rammed earth house on my wall at home, and I just said, you know, this might be my dream house.
But after meeting architect Michael Furking, she decided to try a faster, more cost-effective technology called poured earth.
It's very appealing. It's, of course, solar efficient, and it has all the things that I wanted in a home.
Using this method, soil is mixed with water, pigments, and a hardener, and then poured into formwork like concrete.
Yeah, there are a range of hardeners you can use. Portland cement, gypsum can be used, lime can be used as a hardener, and there's also a product called magnesium cement, which has been historically used. In fact, was used in the Wall of China.
Michael has reduced the amount of time and labor typically associated with earth construction by using a local concrete company to mix and deliver the wet soil to the site. The earth is then poured from a hose attached to the truck's crane into the formwork.
That's significant because what we want to do is make these materials available on a regular basis to people, not something so exotic nobody can use it.
Now we can play in the mud.
Working with builder Darren Heaney, Michael has made his structures more energy efficient by pouring the earth around panels of styrofoam insulation and wire mesh to create a thermal break in the walls.
Throughout the day, the outside of your wall may heat up, but that thermal break, it doesn't allow that heat to go through into the house, where you're trying to moderate the temperature inside with cooling or heating.
Since completing Jan's house, Michael and Darren are building another poured earth house in Sedona, Arizona for Judy and Tom Arney.
We're really excited about the new forms of construction. We've not built, of course, poured walls before. It's always been 2x4s and the traditional type of building.
The Arneys were so excited about their new home that they helped make the walls by adding earthen pigment to the pour.
We are going to be on the platform today sprinkling in additional colors to get some striations in the concrete to try to mimic a little bit the striations in the natural red rocks. I mean, we certainly can't beat Mother Nature, you know, in her color, but we're trying to mimic it a little bit.
The thick walls created from this process are left raw, with patterns and textures that mimic the geology of the Southwest.
The walls are a really special feature. We don't have to stucco them, we don't have to paint them. We strip the forms, and that's the walls.
In Jan's home, the earthen walls create a handmade sculptural feeling. Poured earth partitions enclose the living and dining areas. And Jan has even customized one wall with niches sized to fit her belongings.
Michael and I put them in after the house was built and actually looked at how the wall flowed, and then he cut the niches in to go along with the flow.
The home also has copper-covered fascias, wood beams, and window ledges for sitting near a wood-burning stove. But heating doesn't seem to be the problem in this part of the country.
Michael planned the house so that it would never be colder than 53 degrees. On the coldest winter day with no sun for days and days and days, it will never get colder than that.
As the architect explains, the 20-inch thick walls act as batteries that store energy.
The mass is just a big battery that works for you. If you can store heat in that battery during the day, then it will release it back to the space at night.
Though poured earth is more expensive than conventional methods, Jan and the Arneys say the investment is worth it. Not only do they expect low utility bills, but a home that suits Arizona's desert landscape.
We've got to do something to start using a lot less in the way of the natural resources, gas and energy and electricity and all this kind of stuff. We've got to figure out ways to do that. We think this is one way to do it. It doesn't fit every place, but it certainly fits in the Southwest.